I received a Bob Ross painting kit for Christmas, and I've done some paintings. I would love, by the way, if you're looking for a considerate gift to get me, P.O. Box 54, Virginia 25706, a Bob Ross painting kit, as long as it comes with all the required accoutrement. What a tasteful...
Paint by numbers?
I guess, yeah.
Or just like an instructional video.
I like them, and I want to hang them, but is that a little arrogant?
This is an amazing question.
To hang your own mediocre paintings. That's from Artistically Acute in Arkansas.
If you do this, you have to have permanently attached to your hand a glass filled with red wine.
Yeah.
All the time, so you can gesture to your art.
Yeah, that shit was me. What you're seeing right there is how I see the world beautifully.
That's my mountain.
That's my mountain. I made it.
That is my mountain wife.
I took all of my experiences throughout my life and the emotions I was feeling that day, and I committed them to canvas.
I don't know. Like, it kind of depends on how the painting was wrought, right? Like, if you followed along with the video, I think that's fine. If you were filling in the parts that he told you to fill, like if it was like Travis said, a paint by numbers or what have you, like that gets a little dicier for me. I feel like that is not something you necessarily need to display.
Unless you pitch it as this is a me and Bob collabo. I collaborated on this artistic.
That's a Bob Steve original.
Yeah.
He told me
you eyeballing my art.
He told me to use periwinkle here, and I went with azure.
Went with what?
Azure.
All right. You added like
color.
3 syllables.
The color azure?
Yeah. I think it's azure, not azure.
Azure, I think, is the color.
I'm like 900% sure you're being a ding-dong right now.
I believe it's azure.
I think it's azure.
Does your opinion change on this question depending on the quality of the finished product?
Azure.
Yeah, that's right, motherfucker.
Azure.
Okay, so just to be clear, in case you've been listening for a long time, Griffin is now siding with a robot over his brother.
Okay, come on. The robot's siding with me, if anything.
Azure.
Now make it say dirty words.
Hey, can you make it say make it say butthole?
I don't think.
Make it say butthole.
Justin, make it say butthole.
Butt. Hole. Butt. Hole.
Yay!
Are you doing it as 2 different words?
Yeah, it doesn't have butthole together. Hey, check this out.
Shit.
That's pretty good. I found one. Can I try?
Yeah.
Butthole.
That's how they think butthole does.
Butthole.
Any more?
Penis.
Fuck.
Penis. Penis. Penis.
This is top notch.
This is good jokes right
This
here.
is going to be our first charged for episode.
For pay. Griffin's going to be editing this, and he's going to be like, it's 30 minutes long. I had to cut the 20 minutes where they let robots say words. What was I thinking? Why did I encourage that? Hey, listen, I got one coming in hot. Hold on.
Premium. Fuck. Boy.
Yay! I actually asked it to say Justin McElroy, and that's what it came out with. That's weird.
I hope that this is a lot of people's first episodes.
Wait, hold on, wait, here's one.
Hello, my name is Derek and I am a premium fuckboy.
Hello, Derek.
Would anyone like some penis tricks?
Some what? Would anyone like some what?
Penis tricks.
What are those?
Tricks you do with your dinger.
Let's get back on the fucking saddle. What were we even doing or talking about?
Bob Ross.
I think it's a bad taste. I don't think you can do it. I don't make fucking episodes of this podcast my ringtone. You know what I mean?
Oh, I do. I play on my podcast for people, and I watch them enjoy it.
Well,
and then I shush them if they try to talk during it.
Then where do you land on the mounting your own paintings?
I think you have to do it, but in a special room that you invite people in and like, are you having a good time? Thank you for joining me in my home this evening. Can I show you what I'm really proud of? And then you throw open the door and it's floor to ceiling, your own Bob Rossian paintings. And you refer to them as your children.
I want to ask you a question, Travis.
Yes?
Because I know you're not joking about making people listen to your podcast.
Yeah.
Especially like really funny parts. And I have done the same thing with people who like ask you like, what's a podcast or what's your show like? So here's my question to you. When you're forcing someone to listen to a podcast you made, what do you think the appropriate thing is to do with your eyes? Both your eyes and their eyes. Where should everybody be looking for the 4 minutes that you are listening to your own podcast? Because I'll be damned if I can come. Like, you're not looking at the screen. There's nothing there. So do you keep eye contact with the person and just sort of like nod slowly?
My go-to is to look off in the middle distance, but kind of like squint a little bit like I'm trying to remember a childhood friend's name.
Like you're watching a movie based on the things that you're saying somewhere in another room.
Because I'm waiting. It's like I'm waiting for like some kind of clue or to drop where they'll be like, oh, yeah. I love this. That's what I'm waiting for anybody I'm with to see. I'm waiting for them to say that.
I think it is bogus that you're trying to justify making other people listen to your show with you in the room based on like informational value. When like, if you're a chef and you're like, oh, I make pie for a living, and somebody's like, I don't know what's a pie. I don't know what pie is. You don't have to be like, well, I guess I have to cook a pie now because I'm a genie and you said my code word.
Would there be a human being alive, Griffin, that if you sat them down and said, watch me, I'm a professional pie maker, watch me make this pie for you, that they'd be like, oh, God, I hate those.
Well, no, because pies add something to society, while podcasts, I would say, if anything, detract.
Yeah.
It's also helpful sometimes, like if you're getting near a really funny part and you know you're about to say a super funny joke.
Oh, here it comes.
And they
you just stare at the person, and if they start to say something, like, no, just listen. Oh, let me run it back. You missed. Okay, hold on.
What's weird, Travis, is that you in real life, because right now this is the digi world. Now that people are downloading and listening to this, they are in this podcast. Us talking is now in the digi world. In real life, you just did this to one of your friends with that text to speech part that just happened, and you're like,
and when you said one of my friends, you mean my wife?
Yeah,
which is the only person that will hang out with me anymore.
Yo, T-Bird, this shit is about to get sick. They make a robot talk about penis tricks.
You're gonna love it. Please don't interrupt.
Please keep it down. I know you've had a cough all day. If you could try and curtail it just a little bit while the robot says penis tricks.
It's also important to know, if the person talks, you pause it and sigh heavily and then turn to them and say, I'm sorry, what? What was it?
This was my art, but I guess I just thought about hanging a painting that I made up, and it made, well, okay, here's the thing, actually. There's this website called Canvas On Demand, and they do these insane, like, canvas print deals all the time for photos. And Rachel and I have done it. I think we have 3 of these nice canvas things, that are based on, pictures that I've taken, like some from our honeymoon in Japan and one from our trip to Hong Kong. And we actually do have those hanging up in the house. Same principle?
Sounds pretty boring to me.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Julie. I don't know why she said that.
Honest advice time. You can do it, but you just can't be, because you can be proud of a thing you make. There's nothing wrong with that.
When people come into the house, I'm not just standing by my canvas.
What if the photo is a tasteful nude?
Of like myself?
Uh-huh.
Or someone else?
No, like yourself, and you hang it.
Justin,
like,
you've been quiet for a while. Are you making that robot say shit?
No, I am not. I was thinking about whether or not I would have the guts to display a painting of my own.
Yeah. Well, can you do me a favor, and as you're thinking about it, just say your feelings, like, as you're thinking them?
I think art and craft are really 2 separate things, aren't they?
Damn, that's good.
Well, this is what happens if we let Justin be quiet for a couple of minutes.
He thinks up some really dope shit to say.
Like, think about that for a second. There's a difference between art and craft, and I think that by displaying art, you're making a statement. By displaying craft, you're bragging, and that's where it separates for me. Is like when you make a piece of art that comes from some creative place in your soul, and then you put it on display. You're saying, like, this is an important thought to me. This is an important concept.
What's the delineation there for painting? Because then you could actually get,
because if you're doing something that Bob Ross told you to do, I don't classify that as a work of art, because it's about the craft of how you've reenacted it. Now,
what if Bob Ross did something that you told him to do? What is this? Is this a genuine Bob Ross? Yeah, you like that shit? I was like, yo, Bob, my boy, do a snowy caldera. And he was like, you got it. And he did it. And he was like, hey, man, I just put paint to canvas. You're the fucking mind behind this thing.
That
Bob
would
Ross.
be a collabo. That's a really good point,
That's
actually.
a sick collabo. See, that's what we need to do. We need to start up a fucking art studio for people who cannot paint, but we will have painters come in and do just like contract work, like just like do me up one of Homer Simpson on but he's like he's pissing on the Ford logo, and this really good artist is like, you got it, and then they craft this painting to your specifications, but it's your art. It's your art. You did the art,
and then you put your name on it.
Yeah.
The greatest tragedy in the world is that Bob Ross died before I could make him paint Bart Simpson peeing on a Ford logo.
Homer Simpson.
Calvin.
Well, it's Bart Simpson peeing on Homer Simpson, who's peeing on Calvin, who's peeing on the Ford logo all the way down.
It's like a fountain. Hey, guys, listen. We've talked for long enough.
Let's go to the money zone. Your choice bits of beefsteak.
Okay.
That's my assistant, Bridget.
You need to have an HR discussion with her. I feel very uncomfortable in the workplace.
Yeah, it seems really...
I'm sorry, were you podcasting?
Yes, Bridget, I told you I was. You please get out of my office.
Hey there, Bridget. What a smooth and sexy voice you have. Bridget, baby, are you still there?
Talk to me, stud rocket.
ASL.
Should I leave?
Yes. It's about to get strange.
All right, let's go to the money zone.
No.
Okay.
I'm
Lazy
almost
come
finished.
sentient.
I'm almost finished. I'm almost finished. I'm almost finished. I'm almost finished. Here we go. Oh. Damn. I done flooded my basement.
Done flooded my basement? What?
I had an in me trousers.